Welcome to Tungsten Towers, ladies and gentlemen. We have Jamie Caven here, who's just been edged out on a thriller against Raymond van Barneveld. Jamie, that's another tough one to take. I mean, you're pushing these guys all the way, but not quite getting over the line today.
Yeah, it's second year on the trot, 4-3, 4-3. It was a good game to be involved in, to be fair. It was a good match, it was a good scrap. But at the crucial times, his finishing was brilliant. Last start a couple of times, and I was sort of trying not to curse. But no, in all fairness, fair play to Ray. He's a lovely guy, and he was very respectful at the end there, and before and during the breaks. Even at, he won the first set, I won the next set pretty well, and he come straight up to me and said, "Great set, mate." And there was no,
nice.
it was no sort of animosity or no silliness. It was just like good darts, and I was like, "Yeah, thanks," but that was it, because we still got a job to do. But yeah, that last leg I think I left 24 or 16 or something like that, and the bullseye last start. He needed it, he got it. I knew he was going to hit it, that's the thing.
Yeah.
But we look at the stats there, it was very tight.
Yeah.
It was very tense, we were both feeling it. But all I can do is shake his hand and say well done.
Yeah, that's it. And you move on to the new. Obviously, the tournament's come thick and fast. How do you feel your game? Obviously, you played well today. How do you feel your game is starting to stand? It looks good to me, and I think you're ready to really push on maybe in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I think we had a chat only a couple of months ago about it, and I think now that I've sort of got used to the stage factor, and whoever I play know they've got to play well, and I'm not just there to make the numbers up. I think next year and onwards is going to hopefully be a good year. I'm looking forward to it already. We've got a month and a half off probably, and I'm looking forward to kicking on for next year.
Yeah, that's it. And more importantly, how was Christmas?
Christmas Day was great. I had 4.5, 5 hours practice. maybe I should have had 6 or 7, but no. In all fairness, you've got to do it. It's your job. We'll celebrate Christmas in January. I'm going to go on holiday, I think now.
Yeah.
I'm going to see the new year in. And then we're going to go away for a bit. Me and Debs are going to go to America, I think, and do whatever, So, but yeah, then it's back and sleeves rolled up and on the board again, and it's non-stop. It really is. And if you want to be a professional and do your job well, then that's what you have to do. But fair play to Raymond. Hope he goes on and does well now.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. And yeah, you're right with Debs. So I know you must put through the meal again today. She really does need a holiday, so maybe to the States.
I was looking at her, making sure that she was all right, rather than making sure I was all right. But no, it was good to be involved. But obviously I'm disappointed not to win. But I need to sort of find that extra sort of 5-10% now and start winning these games rather than being and also running in a great game.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that'll come. I'm not too unhappy with the situation, and I'm sure I'm going to be all right.
Fantastic. Well, as always, ladies and gentlemen, that's Jamie Caven, superb in defeat again. He just thank you for your time. And
no worries.
Look forward to seeing you again. And that's you. I can't even speak. We're associated with Unicorn Darts. That's Tungsten Towers, keeping you at the sharp end of the world. Darts, thanks for joining us. Thank you. Cheers. Jamie.